shift a culture in a very small way, but it's not a large organisation.
Yeah.
I've forgotten that you were chairs of governors. What tell us about that, like how do you navigate that structure, or how are you inhabiting it? Because I'm assuming that it also still has kind of compliance requirements. And
I think Lana spoke so well to the role that we play as translators. I think about that a lot in the work that I do so much, and I think it's really well, just beautifully articulated there, in that in my experience of us co-chairing a board for a small gallery that focuses on emerging artists in their first few years of practice. It's because it's a smaller space. It's so much more, to use a marketer's term, agile. And it can feel a lot more generative to introduce ideas and to try and rehash the language of cultural institutions to put forward changes or ideas that make sense to the cultural connections that we have in our respective places, or to try and put forward ideas that hopefully might change the face of cultural and art institutions, even if at a grassroots level. And when I think about the question that you posited to myself and Lana, I think about a lot about where I'm positioned within my community, but then also thinking about Lana's offering of being a translator and how I'm sort of institutionalized to a sense, but I can use that to my own advantage, or sometimes, in conversation with my community, to my community's advantage, in the sense that I can work as an intermediary between the Pacific creative community in Melbourne and Melbourne art and cultural institutions, to try and find a middle ground, a meeting point by which we can make shit happen on either side. And that to me is a really exciting and generative space to try and navigate. And a lot of the work that I try to focus on is finding the language on either end, whether it is providing institutional language towards artists that I work with from Pacific backgrounds, or whether that is trying to push at the edges of bureaucracy to see, even if it's as simple as understanding time from a more indigenized perspective, and creating enough leeway within meetings to get to push the workers to get to know the artists that they're working with, and to understand their cultural context, and to understand and build on that relationship first before jumping into the business end of things.